The reason why people come here every week and is because of the value that you receive when you spend time here. I come to connect with people and listen to your great ideas. That's the value. I come for good music and to learn, interact, and network. That's the value. And you could go anywhere, right? I came here because I found a place where I can interact about things that are interesting to me. That's the value. You see what I mean? Once you have a value that you can, once you have a content that you can create that creates a value to people and it is associated with your brand, then you have a business. You have a clientele. And my free brands that I've been working on for 79 episodes are Club Shada, Shada Wear, or here, and Kaysha. So I'm doing a synergy between my free brands, Shada Wear, so I can sell items on my website. Kaysha, because as a singer and as a producer and as a exec, I did everything I had to do in terms of music. It's not that I'm done. It's just that the revolution has been done. My part of the revolution has been done. But I have so many things to say that they don't go in music. I have a lot of things to say that they go in conversation. And I realize that this conversation might be valuable to some people. And some people will react to this value by watching a show, watching an ad, going to listen to my music after the show, or supporting with a super chat, or becoming a sponsor. In the link is below, and giving $5 every month just to support, or both, or all three of these. Buy some merch, give some super chat, etc. Because this value that they have from this content is great to them. They enjoy it. And it's the same thing for music, or for painting, or for poetry, or from a movie. In a world where everybody has 24 hours and they can watch or listen to everything they want, the only difference between this song and that song, this live show and that live show, this content and that content, this book and that book, is the value. The value it brings to them to create a community, come to this community, and not just have the person that they come to watch or listen to, but also the people that they will meet inside of the community and interact with. And this makes all the difference in the value you bring. So once you understand that your goal is to bring value to people with your content, you have to ask yourself the next question, because the creation of the art is the part that is emotional. The value is the bridge with the business. Because once you create something that has value, then you can learn how do you monetize it. And this is the part of the business of art that I want to talk to you about. After I read the rest of your comments. I'm here at Club Shada to learn his value, to learn how to make better business also. I'm here because I love you. And Shada Gang is my family. We can find love here, good vibes, and we learn from your knowledge game. Thank you so much. You have opened my eyes in different subjects. Thank you. I come here every weekend to learn about music and to learn about different subjects and make new friends and share different ideas. There you go. So you see, that's when it becomes interesting. Everybody comes here. Some people have come here for, I don't know, 79 episodes. Some people have came here for 50 episodes. Everybody comes and go, and life makes some people appear and disappear. Some people, we don't see them. Like some people, there's some people that don't see anymore in the chat, and maybe they have a new job and they cannot come to the lives anymore. Maybe they just are doing something else and they will come back and they will have a reason, etc., etc., etc. And what is important here is understanding that what I'm doing and what is interesting for you guys to learn here is that the creation of Club Shada, of course, I have a brand that is Kaysha, that is a big brand, but I'm not Kaysha, the guy who talks. I'm Kaysha, the guy who sings love songs or party songs. So becoming Kaysha, the person who talks on the microphone, or the podcaster, or the guy who shares ideas and creates communities, it is something that is kind of, some people might see, oh, Kaysha is live, let me see what he's gonna sing. I don't know if you remember, but the first episode of Club Shada, a lot of people were asking, so when are you gonna sing, or what are you gonna sing? And me, I was like, I'm not gonna sing. It's not a show where I'm singing. And so what I've been building with you guys here is something that you've seen being built step by step. Back in the days, we used to have a maximum of 100 person watching. Last episode, we had 700 people watching. And we already have 300 people now. And that's what is great about doing something from scratch, is that it is also a proof of concept of me in the middle of the quarantine having an idea and using a YouTube channel that I have and starting something from zero. And then pushing my different brands and slowly finding the purpose of what I'm doing as I'm doing it, and being in love with the process instead of looking for a quick goal of, oh, I want to have 1 million people watching. I know that to have 1 million people watching this show and having every video do, 10,000 streams or 50,000 streams and generating thousands of dollars from every video, it's gonna take me 5 years. I know it. And because I know it, I don't really care about the numbers that much. I care about the process and the building and the giving value. And the reason I had this I had this feeling this morning, uh, just not the morning, but when in the intro of that song, and I just it just came to me. I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm loving what I'm doing right now. I'm loving, and what I'm doing is the right thing. What I'm doing is what in 10 years might become my job. It might be bigger than music. And it's not bigger than music today. This is not even 1% of my revenue. My revenue comes from my catalog, from the music on Spotify playing, and etc. But what if this become 10 times what music is? How would it? How could it? Because of the value. Because it is out there. Millions of people that love the same thing as you guys, but they don't know that the Club Shada exists. And those people will find it one by one. And it's gonna take years. But that's the beauty of it, is that every person who comes here, they stay. Most of the people who came here, they probably found it because they were either following me on another platform and they saw a post, or they were just scooting YouTube with nothing to do and they were like, oh, Kaysha is live, interesting. And then, oh, he's not singing, he's talking? What is he talking about? Oh, 1 hour later, I'm still watching. Oh, wow, value, super chat. And it's not the first brand that I build. So I have the passions, and some people don't have it. And this is why I think the most important part is the passions. Now we're gonna talk about how do you monetize, because it's great to love what you do, it's great to do great art, but if you cannot pay your rent and feed your children, it's kind of empty stomach is not easy. I'm here because I like your topics and music. Thank you. I'm here to network and learn more about other artists and producers. It's been a while for me. Beautiful. And you are in a special place because you've been an artist for a long time, and a lot of artists are kind of lost in the new world because they were used to, find a producer, Jiva Music, Section Zouk, Sushi Raw, Ghetto Zouk Music, whatever, sign there, they give you an album, boom, it comes out. And now everybody's kind of, because producing other brings less money than producing oneself in our level of our small markets. A lot of people don't know what else to do because they think all I know is to sing. And it's actually fairly easy, I guess. I mean, easy. The thing with me is like a lot of things are easy for me because it all makes sense in my head. But I learned that that's why I like to talk, because I guess the things that make sense in my head is kind of, to some people, it's like, oh, I never thought about that. I mean, I'm like, what? It's just like 1 and 1 plus 1. But a lot of artists are stuck in the idea that it is impossible to do it. And then they realize that, yeah, it's not so hard to release art in the world of today. It's actually the easiest part, create and release. The hardest part is creating enough value to have people come and stick.